Hello, this is Davide Biocchi speaking, and here we go for my weekly intermarket analysis. Let's start as usual with the euro dollar, that, as we can see here, is now moving towards the price of 1.037. This is a quite strong resistance that I already highlighted to you in previous events. What happened was that after the data released about the US inflation, so the CPI, the market completely changed the environment and was moving up. So exactly some asset classes are doing that, like the currencies where the dollar is very poor right now, and then the bonds, and then stocks that are growing, and finally the gold. So let's see that. So this is the situation concerning the euro dollar. In case of a breakout of this level, the next step will be 1.075 and 1.06 around here. Let's say in case of a pullback, I think that this area around 1.01, 1.017 could work as supports. Okay, let's switch immediately after to commodities like the gold and like the crude oil. Let's start with the crude oil that is still there in between the, let's say, trading range from $95 to 76. That has an average around $82 down here. So the market is in between these two levels. Well, let's say that the strong resistance between 93 to $95 worked very well on the crude oil that was unable to go above that level recently. Let's switch immediately after to the gold, that is, in my opinion, one of the most interesting securities right now. And let's say after the market was able recently to move again above the very relevant price of $1,680, the situation completely changed. This was the support in the COVID era. Then the market went below, creating a new one at 1,620. And then the market went into a range, a trading range in between these two levels. When the breakout took place, it was last week after the inflation, well, the market ran, and this intermediate level of 1,730 was burned, let's say, in a fast way. Next step will be this area around 1,815, more or less, and is what we can assume as the next target. Let's switch later to the stock indices, where we can see the European Euro stock doing some breakouts during the week. The past week there was this level, and then this one again, okay? And now the market is really on the pace to see if there are any possibility to see again the price of 4,000. Very similar situation we have on the DAX, where the DAX has a target, potential target, final target around this area of 14,800 to 15,000. This was for a long time where the market remained, let's say, in a very interesting situation. And the situation is that we have two areas that we can assume as support here, and the market is still continue growing above this level. So Europe is really very strong. What is happening on US indices? Well, the S&P 500 was able to leave the area of 3,900 points. That was a very strong resistance, and now is probably going to 4,140. Could be quite interesting, this situation, because 4,140 more or less is something like a test of a trend line. So around this level we have a test of a downtrend line and also a test of very strong resistance. Let's see what is going to happen here. And the last one is the Nasdaq, that is not as strong as the S&P is, but is in the process of recovery, and able to go above the first resistance that the market met here. So what is going to happen is that we can expect this rally to continue, despite the fact that we are very close to some relevant resistances. But in case of, let's say, in case of a sell-off coming because of a test of resistances, we know that this is a potential scenario and how we can, how we must behave placing trailing stop in case of it. So thank you very much for being here. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.